Do you want to have a therapy that you can do on yourself to help you with, well, a lot of things, including negative emotions? Mike, we've got all kinds of these tools.
We do.
We've got hypnosis, self-hypnosis, of course, that you could use on self.
My 6-step tapping, timeline therapy, NLP new code.
But there's something that you came across that you really are starting to like.
Well, I love this, and I'm just saying, I did not develop this. I stumbled upon it online, tested it, because I use a lot of different therapeutic techniques and teach them. I'd never heard of this. Freespotting. Freespotting came from something called brainspotting, which came from EMDR. You know, watch the finger go back and forth. Freespotting is really, really interesting. I'm not sure why it works. I think it is related to hypnosis, but you can actually make powerful changes in your own emotional states in as little as 5 minutes.
And you did talk about this briefly in podcast 244. If you're watching, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the Brain Software podcast. But you wanted to talk a little bit more about it because you continue to use it.
I'll say what I used it on, and then I'll tell you how you can use it. We're not telling you to do it. We're not prescribing. I'm just telling you it worked for me. We'll never say that you should do this. So anyway, I saw something really troubling involving animals, and it hurt me to the depths of my being because I'm an empath and I love animals, especially cats and bull terriers and possums. Having said that, it stayed with me. I kept running this picture in my head, and it was really nasty. And I thought, man, I got the tools. I should get rid of this. I'd read about Freespotting, and I had never tried it. I ran one 5-minute session, and here's the thing that makes it interesting. I ran that session when we were at the Four Seasons Center for the Performing Arts, my wife and I, for a presentation.
So you're about to have this presentation.
The presentation was going on, but it was a part that I found particularly boring. So when I was sitting there, I started staring at a point, and I thought, I'm going to do that Freespotting. I'm going to run it now. I wiped out that negative emotion in 5 minutes, sitting in the middle of the opera house, essentially. It works, and it completely eliminated it, so I can think of that stuff now, and it doesn't bother me. What is it?
All right, yeah, so teach us. How does it work?
I will, Chris.
How would you use this?
Here's how you use it. You're going to put aside 3 to 5 minutes time. So first of all, identify an emotion, a negative emotion you don't like. Maybe it's just every time you see your neighbor, you know, you just want to do something against the law because you can't stand the guy. Or maybe it's you're obsessing over some argument you had yesterday. Or maybe you're just feeling kind of sad today. Whatever it is, identify it and figure out how bad is it out of 10. With 0 being no negativity, well, obviously it's not going to be that, and 10 being as bad as it could be. Okay. So typically you'll hit like a 6 or a 7.
So we're going to get that we call SUDs, right? Subjective units of distress.
Right.
So that 0 to 10 scale. Does it have to be a negative emotion, or can it be what in NLP we often would use the term choice point to describe?
No, it would be a negative emotion.
Okay.
And you have to feel it in your body. So feel that sadness, feel that anger, whatever it is. You know, you went road rage on somebody almost, and you're sitting there with adrenaline in your system and you want to clear it. This will work. So you identify how bad it is out of 10 because you want to be able to shift it and notice when it shifted. Feel it in your body, not think about it intellectually. Oh, that sadness, yeah, that's about a 7. Can you push it higher? I can make it about an 8. That switches it on. Now here's how you free spot it. Pick a point to stare at. They say you can look anywhere, but I find it most effective if you look above the focal plane, in other words, above the horizon. So pick something you can stare at. It could be the corner of a door frame. It could be a little pin, a push pin shoved into a bulletin board.
Doing it now.
It could be anything, something small. Stare at it intently. Relax. Keep staring at it. Don't move your eyes. Keep staring. It's okay to blink. And feel that negative emotion as you stare at it. You might have to think about elements of it, maybe the argument that triggered it or something. Explore that negative emotion while you continue staring at that point and stay really relaxed. And if it's very negative, it's okay to say to yourself, it's okay to feel this. It's okay to feel this. Keep feeling it. Guess what happens? It'll go, start to drop. I know I'm done because I find myself starting to smile when it's clearing. And when I got a big, stupid smile on my face, it's gone. Then check. Check again. Can you feel it? How bad is it? If it's really reduced, keep going till it's 0. But this will drain those negative emotions. It's really simple. Keep staring, stay relaxed, and note the feeling. Keep feeling it until it's gone. You're draining a battery, and it does a great job.
Okay, so you can recapping, find the negative emotion. The negative emotion is going to relate to the past. So it could be a bad argument that you had with somebody that just left you feeling...
Could be the tax bill that arrived.
Yeah, the technical term for that is pissed off, right?
Yeah,
so, okay, you're really pissed off at something. So you tune into that. You activate that feeling.
You must activate it.
Oh, how did I feel then?
Feel it now.
When I think about it now, how bad can I make it? Okay,
right now.
Oh, yeah, it's a 7. As if you're back there in that same moment. Then you stare, and then you just process it. You just keep staring. And if you feel bad, it's okay to feel this way. It's okay, I'm dealing with this. And you just keep doing it until the feeling starts to collapse.
Until it collapses.
And interestingly...
Not until it starts to collapse. Yeah, until it collapses.
Yeah, until... That's what I mean. It starts to collapse, and then you keep doing it until it's totally
Because your method is, okay, it started to work.
Yeah.
We should stop now.
Stop now. I've gone from a 7 to a 6. It's not nearly as bad.
Right.
Not really useful. Okay.
Now, I just want to give a caveat here.
Yeah.
I would not use this on serious trauma with, like a hideous event in your life or things that have multiple aspects or hold-ons to them, as Arthur Kessler used to say.
Everyday emotions.
Simple, everyday emotions. Yeah. This will drain very quickly, and it'll set you free from them. You'll feel amazing.
That's what we should call it. Freespotting for everyday emotions or
everyday negative emotions.
All right. Now, it is kind of... Well, it is hypnosis.
It is fixation of attention.
If you fixate your attention visually and internally, you're fixating your thoughts on something, that's focused attention. And back in the day when James Braid thought it had to be visual fixation.
Right, he was partway right.
An object or something. We have the Braid induction for that, which we teach in the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy, along with a lot of other amazing rapid and instant inductions. You definitely want to check it out. You're getting hypnosis happening. And so how do you hypothesize that you're creating hypnosis that it collapses the negative emotion?
Well, I don't know. I can only say that when they started with the MDR, where they're following someone's fingertip back and forth, you can say there's bilateral stimulation of the brain, corpus callosum is activated, so on. But then when they switched it to brain spotting, where they have a little wand and you think of your problem and they move it around, and at some point your eyes sort of jolt as you're looking at, that's where the point they go back to. But Freespotting said it doesn't matter what point you look at. It's the intent focus. You don't need the motion. You don't need a specific spot. The focus, the relaxation, you can breathe slowly and evenly. As you continue to feel it, it dissipates it. It's remarkable.
Okay, so that's really cool. I mean, I'm going to hypothesize that maybe the focused attention just makes it work faster. Hypnosis is an amplifier of human experience.
Yes, it is.
And a lot of the times these emotions fade anyway over time, right? So maybe you're accelerating it by being in a hypnotic state and focusing on it.
I have no idea.
Who knows? We don't know.
But it works.
But experiment with it. So what's your call to action here? Check it out. Try it out.
Yeah, Google it. Check it out.
Try meaning not try and fail, but try as an experiment.
Try it on for size.
See if you like it, right? See if it works for you.
It's a great technique you can do almost anywhere. Don't do it when you're driving.
Right. Now, we didn't talk a lot about hypnosis and other hypnosis skills in this video, but if you are interested in learning more about hypnosis,
that's what we teach.
We run the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. I'm Chris Thompson. This is
Mike Mandel.
Duh. And we also we also do the Brain Software Podcast, which is here on YouTube and, of course, on any podcast app where you happen to subscribe to podcasts on your phone, etc. So check out the Brain Software Podcast. We think you're going to like it. And subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. And...
Scary thing is Freespotting. Good night.
Good night.